Skateboarding in the small beach community of Marathon, Florida has prospered thanks to the efforts of a group of dedicated skaters and their parents. Outlawed almost to the point of extinction, they have overcome many obstacles to get a skate park built.
Back in about 93, I guess, there was a private park here, and kids couldn't afford to come to it. And so a lot of kids donated their time to be able to come and use it. And the owner really couldn't afford to keep it open. And then the hurricane hit in '96 and wiped out most of the park. And the elements were just left here, and a lot of kids were coming in and they were getting hurt, and they were sneaking in and they were being chased out by the police and by the owner and getting into a lot of trouble. There was a lot of drinking and stuff going on under the ramps, and people were just, it was just sitting here. So one of the skaters came to me one day, knowing that I was involved in the school and a lot of projects in the community, and he said that he was told that if he came to me with his 400 signatures that he got from businesses that he went around to, that he was sure I could make this park reopen. And I thought, how hard could this be? It's half there. We just go, we talk to people, we have this park built, and that's the end of it. And that was the beginning for me to learn what all of you have faced for so long, and what the skaters out there have faced was the adversity and the difficulty to actually tackle this. At the time, I had just gone back to school and to get my master's, and I was debating on in social psychology what did I want to study. And then it dawned on me what I wanted to study was right before me. It was the amazing thing of the loss that I was experiencing watching these kids, seeing kids go out and do drugs, seeing kids commit suicide, seeing kids get into trouble who didn't have this place to be. And you know, from there it was like, okay, well, we're going to commit to this, we're going to make it happen. So we raised the money and we paid for the materials, and we got all these people to lend us tools, and we bring them back to them with like no handles, you know, or with the wooden tools were just not making it on these metal ramps, and we were under pressure. The city said, guys, the ramps have been delivered, and either they go in soon, you have this ready to go, or we store them until the park's ready. So we had 2 weekends left to finish the park. And at that, I was here in the morning, I was standing where the pyramid is now, and I was screaming at God that I quit. I was throwing down my few wooden tools I had, and I said, that's it, this isn't fun anymore. Obviously you don't want it to happen, it's not gonna happen, this was a lousy joke, and now I'm tired. She said, you're yelling at God, stop, we're gonna get in trouble. And with that, 2 guys over at the fence yelled over and said, can I help you ladies? And we said, unless you have instruments and tools and power tools and stuff to help us, you can't help us. The guy said, well, I don't have any power tools, but I have the biggest bulldozer that you've ever seen in your life. It was successful because everybody that came to this park sensed that they were doing something of importance. The captain of the police department wrote a 2-page letter on our behalf that we sent to the Hawk Foundation, and he got up in front of the city council and said, crime in this area since this park has been in, juvenile crime is down. Wow. And I was like, wow, because as you know, a lot of these kids are not the football jocks, or they're not the basketball champs or whatever, and you know, they find a niche here. And we have people tell us all the time that, you know, they show up for school now because they know they can't go to the park if they don't go to school. They show, I mean, they've tried everything else and nothing else worked. You know, you're grounded, you're this, you're that. The only thing that seems to have worked was the skate park.